My name is Kayla Mays. Today I will be presenting my research proposal as a part of my signature project 2. The title of my proposal is The Effects of Morning Meetings in Elementary School Classrooms. This will be conducted at Brindley Mountain Primary School. The purpose of this study is to look at how daily morning meetings influence student behavior, emotional regulation, engagement, and overall school culture. In our school, we see rising behavior concerns and emotional struggles among our young learners. This project explores whether a structured SEL based morning meeting routine can help improve these outcomes. I will walk through the identified problem, the research behind morning meetings, the action plan, ethical considerations, expected results, and what we can learn moving forward. At Brindley Mountain Primary, we've seen an increase in behavioral challenges and emotional dysregulation among students. Many struggle to build positive relationships, manage strong emotions, and engage appropriately in the classroom. School data shows that 59% of students are economically disadvantaged. This contributes to instability at home and difficulty regulating once students are at school. Academically, only 21% of students are proficient in reading and only 41% are proficient in math. We see both academic and emotional needs happening simultaneously. Without intentional SEL instruction, many children enter the day already overwhelmed. Morning meetings offer a proactive way to build community, support regulation, and create a positive start to each day. The literature strongly supports the use of structured morning meetings as a tool for improving behavior, emotional regulation, and school culture. Research from Responsive Classroom shows that the 4-part model, which is a greeting, sharing, a group activity, and morning message, provides predictable routines that help students feel safe and connected. Dewey's philosophy supports the idea that students learn best in democratic, community-oriented classrooms, while Vygotsky emphasizes the power of social interactions for cognitive growth. Castle research also shows measurable academic gains when SEL is integrated daily. Overall, the research indicates that morning meetings can strengthen relationships, reduce behavioral incidents, and increase motivation. The school's demographic data provides important context. With 59% of students living near poverty, many children arrive carrying emotional stressors like hunger, family instability, or trauma. Teachers report frequent conflicts and daily disruptions linked to emotional difficulties. In addition, reading and math scores show that a majority of our students are not meeting grade level expectations. These factors tell us two things. First, our students need more support managing emotions, and second, disruptions to learning are likely affecting academic performance. This baseline data makes it clear that an SEL focused intervention could help address both social and academic challenges. A morning meeting consists of 4 predictable parts: a greeting, a sharing opportunity, a group activity, and a written morning message. This routine builds connection and gives students practice with communication, cooperation, and emotional regulation. Teachers at BMPS have observed that many students struggle to express their feelings appropriately, often resulting in conflicts or shutdowns. These concerns are especially prominent in our K-2 students who are still developing their emotional vocabulary. Because morning meetings provide safe, structured opportunities to practice SEL skills, they align well with the need we're seeing in the classroom. This background research helps guide this action plan. The action plan involves implementing morning meetings in 3 classrooms, one in kindergarten, one in first grade, and one in second grade. 3 additional classes from each grade will serve as a control group. The sampling method is convenient sampling based on teacher willingness and student accessibility during the day. Instruments include teacher observation checklist, behavior tracking forms, and student self-report tools such as emotion charts. Collaboration will include teachers being trained to deliver morning meetings consistently using the responsive classroom model. This ensures that internal validity remains strong because all intervention classes receive the same structure. Internal validity is supported because the model can be replicated across the school with similar demographics. The study will last 7 weeks. Week 1 focuses on baseline data collection, behavior observations, engagement ratings, and academic checks. During weeks 2 through 6, morning meetings are implemented daily in 3 experimental classrooms. Teachers will complete weekly surveys, maintain implementation logs, and continue collecting behavior and engagement data. Week 7 is dedicated to final data collection, student check-ins, and teacher reflections. This timeline ensures repeated measures which increase reliability. The control group will follow the normal routines but complete the same weekly assessments to follow for comparison. Ethical considerations are essential. First, confidentiality will be maintained by assigning each student an anonymous ID number. No identifying information will be included in the data. Because we serve a vulnerable population, young children, many from unstable or low-income homes, additional steps will be taken to ensure participants are not at risk. All activities are age-appropriate and embedded in the general day schedule. Parental consent will be required, and if implemented formally, approval from a school board will be needed to ensure compliance with policies protecting minors. Teachers will also be trained to watch for emotional triggers and respond in supportive ways to keep all students safe. Morning meetings are expected to lead to improvement not only in behavior but also in academic achievement. When students feel emotionally supported and connected, they are more likely to engage in learning. Reduced behavioral incidents mean less instructional time lost. Research shows that SEL skills such as problem solving, collaboration, and self regulation predict academic success. To see clear student achievement growth in this study, I would expect to see an increase in engagement ratings, fewer behavior referrals, and steady improvement on weekly academic checks compared to the control group. These changes would indicate that students are more prepared to focus and learn throughout the day. Based on the data and the research foundation, I expect that the classrooms implementing morning meetings will show fewer behavior incidents, higher participation, and more consistent emotional regulation. These improvements should correlate with better academic engagement and measurable increases on student assessments. If the control group shows little or no improvement, it would strengthen the argument that morning meetings made the difference. Ultimately, the expected result is that structured SEL time at the start of the day helps create a healthier learning environment that supports student success. The next step would involve analyzing the collected data to see whether morning meetings had a significant impact. If results are positive, the school could consider implementing morning meetings across all kindergarten through second grade classrooms. We may also want to provide school-wide professional development to ensure consistency and high-quality SEL instruction. Another next step to consider would be sharing results with teachers and leadership so that they can see how morning meetings support behavior and academics. Based on student and teacher feedback, the program could be refined and expanded into additional grades. In reflecting on this proposal, a few changes could strengthen the original plan. First, I might expand the sample size to include more classrooms to increase generalization. I would also consider collecting more academic data, such as weekly reading fluency, to better measure academic impact over time. Additional research could look at the long-term effects of morning meetings and whether improvements continue across semesters or years. Another area to explore is how morning meetings affect specific subgroups, such as students with traumatic histories, autism, or ADHD. By continuing this research, we can better understand how social and emotional learning practices influence students' achievement and refine our approach for maximum impact.